evening. I'm Vanessa Bolano. Tonight is the last night state police troopers will be concentrated in the French Quarter. A nice weekend for fans and nice weekend really for everyone because that storm just completely...
What storm?
What storm, right? Disintegrated, gone. Several residents in St. Bernard Parish are taking matters into their own hands. This after a rare brain-eating parasite has been found lurking in the water supply. All right, so I asked you about corn mazes earlier, and you looked at me like if I had 3 eyes. Have you never heard of one?
I thought you did have 3 eyes, but no, I know what a corn maze is now that you said. I thought you meant like a food.
Vanessa, you're dressed very appropriately for a foggy morning.
I know. Why? Because I stand out like a highlighter?
Yeah, because if you were just out wandering around.
Vanessa? I don't know if to take that as a compliment or not.
I like it.
Yeah. And that's what everyone's praying for, hoping for next weekend in Seattle. Many people saying that if we beat Seattle, we maybe
well, you know what? Hey.
Super Bowl.
Okay, perfect. You have fresh breath. Excellent.
Let's walk around here and show you what's going on Canal Street. Still a lot of activity, but take a look. A lot of the businesses really boarded up. As you can see, it's one of these bands right now. Same thing. We got more plywood here, more sandbags. These kind of branches everywhere. This is what the city is doing to kind of prevent that backwater flooding. They're filling up these huge baskets with sand. They're HESCO baskets. New Orleans East will be once again needing to cover up and stay indoors. This is the spot where Shane crashed his car landing in that ditch. It's pretty hard to miss this area as you drive by because take a look at all these signs posted up. Something that's not as normal are these cracks that are building up on the walls. Take a look at this crack. I put my hand here and in just seconds it fills up with water. This is the only road into Butte La Rose, and right now sheriff's deputies are blocking the entrance. I'm on a balcony at the Royal Sonesta overlooking Bourbon Street. I'm gonna get out of the way and try to give you a G-rated shot. And you know, right now I'm even starting to get a little shaky. You can get a look of just how much water there is here. This area was supposed to be all dry. This dock here, this fishing dock, that's actually the edge there to the waterway. National Guardsmen are going out. They're finding residents still in those affected areas and they're helping them evacuate. They come here, they process them, and then we'll walk over this way. Basically, those residents will board these buses. Oh my goodness, I just got, whoa.
One, action.
No weather problems, and I am telling you, it is beautiful out here. Of course, some, you know, wicked looking clouds, but hey, well, that's not going to stop a crazy crowd. So, of course, Zulu just finished rolling by about 30 seconds ago. It's been crazy here. I feel like I am at the heart of it all. Of course, as you know, King Zulu and Rex will stop here. Zulu already did, and toast the mayor. It's been a great atmosphere, and you know, there were some worries about whether Fat Tuesday was going to be a washout, but I can tell you all we've had is a few sprinkles here and there, nothing that's phased this crowd. I do have to show you my prize, and I'm sure you're jealous. I had to run down there real quick and flutter around with my boa. I think I caught someone's attention and got a coconut. And I think Rex, they're probably about an hour, half an hour away from us or so, so we'll be here to capture all of that action too. People here with their families, with their friends, heading over to Bourbon to Frenchman after the stroke of midnight, after the 10-minute fireworks show. And Susan, I'll bring this back for you. I am going to keep this for me. Just in case you were wondering what a lechon is, it's a roasted pig. Reporting live in Central City, Vanessa Bolano, back to you.
You knew my question in advance.
Twins? Look at that.
You're
so
feeding...
there's three here and 3 here with my multiple personality. There's 6 of us. Good morning, you all. What is that noise? I got a ring in my ears.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I didn't know if I should address it or not.
Yeah, I had a ring in my ears. You didn't hear that?
I didn't know if it was just something you did maybe for good luck or you never know. So I was just gonna let you. But tell us what you're cooking today.
I have a friend of mine here I'm gonna introduce you to. Come here, Cole.
Are they friendly?
They can be. Usually we keep people away from the business end of them. Generally, this is about the average size, maybe 4 pounds.
So can I touch him?
Yes, sure. You can see he does have individual feathers, and those feathers are packed in there really tight, about 90 per square inch. And I'll show you how they get that name. Here on the bottom of their feet are solid black. Everybody loves penguins. And a lot of people don't know that they've become endangered, many of the species. So this is another way to sort of enhance that and educate people and maybe get them involved.
is in his 20s. He's one of Audubon's friendliest penguins, and he's not shy.
One of the hazards.
We spoke about penguin poo on the way over here.
We'll have him aimed at.
12th night is upon us, and carnival season 2014 is off to a cold start.
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. We have 2 more months, but carnival starts tonight.
Oh, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Over the top.
And it's very cold, so we're going to be moving a lot, so we keep warm.
I just glad it's going to be warm when carnival comes. Because my fingertips are frozen.
As crews parade uptown and in the French Quarter, those at Loyola play in the snow. The university dumped more than 20 tons of fake snow on the front lawn to ring in the official start of carnival.
Cold. Very cold. It's cold.
It's nice to have snow here. I feel like we finally fit in with everyone else around the country.
In the French Quarter, the Joan of Arc parade kicked off the madness. Dressed in medieval costumes, crew members gave away handmade throws, bagpipes, and drums.
Happy Mardi Gras!
Back uptown, the Funny 40 fellows take to the rails. Despite construction, it all came together for this group who parades aboard the St. Charles Avenue streetcar. They rolled from the Riverbend to Canal Street and back, sipping champagne, eating king cake, dancing, and letting the very first beads of Mardi Gras season fly. And back out live now, I am making snowballs on Loyola's campus. Look how fun this snow is not going anywhere. It is freezing out here. And Kurt, I do want to remind you of something when it comes to carnival season. Pace yourself. This one's going to be a long one. About 60 days of king cakes. Reporting live uptown, Vanessa Bolano, WGNO News. Do you want it?
No. You can keep all that cold stuff.
They'll be back out here tomorrow. It's going to be quite some time before this mess is cleaned up. A heartbreaking sight off the picturesque Pearl River. It's almost too much to handle for 74-year-old Leroy Bandy.
You have no idea of how gut-wrenching it is to see all of these dead fish out here. I had no idea this river had this many in it, and they're all dead.
A graveyard of fish, leaving Leroy in shock, and the stench unbearable. This is an inlet off the Pearl River. It's hard to breathe, nauseating, and the sight, thousands of fish floating, bugs feeding off of them, tens of thousands of fish out here. One by one, the fish are being scooped up, cataloged, and removed. The cleanup crews have been hired by the Temple Inland Paper Mill facility. They've admitted to discharging higher than permitted amounts of waste. What's exactly in the waste, we still don't know.
We won't know some of those answers about contaminants until maybe Friday or even Saturday.
The contaminants are believed to have sucked the oxygen out of the river, but DEQ says oxygen levels are returning to normal. And as the plume of waste moves past the Wrigley's, it may not even be concentrated enough to do damage. As for Leroy, who moved here in the 80s to retire, he hopes the river is restocked with full-sized fish.
In my lifetime, if they don't do that, I will never see this river alive again. This is our heritage.
The parish does stress, St. Tammany Parish stresses that the drinking water is safe. They say even well water is safe. We're live from Slidell. Vanessa Bolano, WGNO News.